this way. We'll switch at halftime if that's all right for everybody.
If I was on the Warriors, I would have tried to get in there and confuse them. No, you guys are this way and make them score on
Throw
that
me
side.
the ball.
Yeah.
I'm headed the other way. Hey, baskets are important tonight. Aaron Holiday off the bench. Obviously, Justin won a championship. And Drew Holiday won one in Boston and Milwaukee.
Well, they've been shooting the three ball much better as a team. 38% like February or March and April. Not so much February, but March and April, they've shot it much better. And 11 more points offensively.
Yeah, I mean, that's 11 more points per game.
Yeah.
Think about that. So Aaron Holiday, Van Vliet with Şengün, Jabari Smith and Steven Adams. They've started to do this playing Şengün and Adams together. And they're just monsters compared to the Warriors. But if you can run the pachyderms, you would have a chance in the open floor.
Yeah, but since All-Star break, the double thing that brings more physicality. The Warriors have to meet that physicality as Moses Moody misses one.
Quentin Post first playing time. Van Vliet. They pull the rim, and here's the offensive rebounding in the sides. The best offensive rebounding team in the NBA, the Rockets. Shot clock at 3. Şengün under 30% from 3, missing there. Another rebound. Jabari Smith. Moody getting on the deck. Moody
Just okay doing the dirty work and getting all the offensive rebounds. His Warriors still the jump ball.
And Draymond read that perfectly.
You got Holiday on Jimmy Butler. You got to make them pay at some point.
Draymond missing that floater. Both teams at 34% shooting. I feel like I'm watching an NCAA tournament game. Behind the pass to Adams. Lost the handle there.
March Madness NCAA tournament has been catching strays from Fitz.
Nobody could shoot
all month.
Nobody could shoot. Jimmy Butler rattling it out.
Such a good take.
Jabari Smith can shoot. He bottoms his set.
Well, they're on a run right now. They have some momentum. You got Van Vliet and Holiday out there. You'd love to expose them, but they're in a zone, so they're always going to be on the top.
And the two small guys and the 3'6", 11 guys in the back of the zone. Jemski finding Butler for the short corner 3, and Jimmy from deep.
You need some zone busters. You screen the zone, and then you threw it back to the weak side, and Şengün was just late reacting.
Şengün, nice finish.
He's got some dexterity. Doesn't look like it when you look at his body, but he shows it.
Moody cut on the baseline. Smith was there.
Amazing. His preparation mode. The officials are in preparation mode with free throws. Warriors hadn't been doing that as much lately, missing free throws.
And Warriors went from worst in the league to 4th best since acquiring Butler from the foul line. And Vliet. Tari Eason's got a good look at 3 and missed
There, but he just pulled the string on that one like crazy.
He bought 3.5 minutes of rest for Steph here. Butler out to Draymond, corner 3. And Quentin Post keeping it alive, but Eason comes away with it. Van Vliet, undrafted. What a career he's had. Draymond knocked it away, but Eason comes up with it. Aaron Holiday had hit 1 3. Quentin Post challenge, but here's the offensive rebounding of the Rockets. And Eason finding Jabari's
here in position, but there's just a bad bounce. It bounced over him. They got the offensive rebound, and you see Jabari Smith Jr. uncovered.
This is the way the Rockets would want to play. The Warriors still have the advantage, but Houston, they're rebounding. They're forcing Warrior misses. Quentin Post will get to
Yeah, get Steph back. Keep missing these free throws. Maybe that little
which way is which team going?
The argument they had or the discussion they had trying to figure that out threw the Warriors off.
Curry back in. Warriors are down 8 in the minutes he set. Jabari Smith attacking, putting it up and in. Now when Smith, the Rockets have 5 games of 140 or more from March on. Their offense had come alive when he came back.
When the Rockets finally took the lead. Jimmy Butler need his dominoes, and I played dominoes. Everybody's banged up right now, and they had to make free throws again.
How many has he made in a row? 30.
There's that number.
Get back to it.
There's that number again.
So Butler now with 7. Run it, Aaron Holiday off the line. Tari Eason will tee up a three. And Kuminga the rebound.
And they need Kuminga. Gets back to the boards as well.
JK had 9 boards in that Laker game and played so well. When you see 9 boards in 25 minutes, just good to see Kuminga stay in the game. He rolled that ankle, stepping on his foot. Buddy, he is
Pass with GP2. They just kind of botched the coverage. Gave him space.
So GP2 and Jalen Green up top. Ben Thompson and Kuminga. Looney and Şengün. Steph trying to deal with Tari Eason. Better get a body on Eason on the glass, and Curry with a rebound.
That's the right idea. You want to force Thompson into tough jump shots.
Buddy, how hot am I? That one out. Ricochets to Jalen Green. So Green, prolific prep in Napa. He was actually born in Merced. And hitting the jump out, he just crashed into it. His free throw, Tari Eason comes up with it. And Dillon Brooks missing that three. Kuminga back for the board. Very precarious right now. Steph still hasn't scored.
And they only have the 2 second chance points. So you've done well defending after you give up the offensive rebound.
GP2, if you lose him.
Şengün was on him, but he's like, well, I got to deal with Steph Curry. He's attacking us. Oh, they pass it to my man.
So good to see Gary back. Jalen Green missing there again. Volleyball. This game is testing your compete level.
Yeah, they're going to keep Şengün on GP2.
Kuminga. Şengün stood his ground. Dillon Brooks on Buddy Hield right to the rim. Kuminga headed the other way. Oh, jeez. These one-hand passes cannot.
I think you got to give Dillon Brooks credit, bringing him over in his defensive and he's helping Jabari Smith Jr.
And they signed Fred VanVleet to a big contract as Looney gets it. VanVleet, people said, wow, it's a lot. You got to have some veterans.
That time you had Dillon Brooks in no man's land there, and Steph Curry made him pay. He's still willing to make the right pass, even though he's got 0 points right now against the Warriors. So he's looking to have a big game.
We said the 5th meeting because of the play-in reschedule. Warriors have won 3 of 4. Every game has been decided by 7 points or fewer. And today feeling exactly the same. Tari Eason with the turnaround and Looney with the rebound.
Multiple efforts there. The rotation was on point, and then you boxed out. Bodies on bodies.
So Steph still hasn't scored, and he turns it over again. Tari Eason running with Ben Thompson to dunk it down. You can't have that in this game if you're going to win it.
So that's 8 of them to 3 for the Warriors. They're leading in that battle. Points off turnovers. They're 16th in opponent points off. Oh, he missed it.
GP2 missed the layup, got his own rebound. Guy Santos in the lane, and another Warrior turnover. So they're being their own worst enemy right now because are fueling the Rockets' offense.
Yeah, they're 16th in opponent turnovers. They're not even that great there, but Warriors are kind of having some unforced ones.
The kitchen sink's getting thrown at Curry. So you're going to get layups and dunks by anybody in the roller spot.
2 defenders are staying with him. They're just not rotating over in time. Dillon Brooks was late.
Skip pass to Dillon Brooks for 3, and he's at Thier. And Dillon Brooks with 11. Jabari Smith with 10. The double-figure scores for the Rockets. Again, 2 guys on Steph in this transition. They're 9 of 30 in the half court. So the mission is clear if you can get up and down before the Rockets get their defense set. Jemski touch pass. GP2 missing that 3. I mean, are they going to shut out Steph Curry for an entire half at home with the week he has had? I mean, that would really be an accomplishment.
I say he'd probably score at least once.
VanVleet hitting. This is why the Rockets are the 2 seed in the West. It's why they're 14-2 in their last 16. They flatten Steph out to midcourt. It's a 4-on-3 again, and GP2, all he wants close to the rim. He's 4 of 6 for 9 points.
Because of all those Steph double teams. At some point, Steph is going to dribble out of some of these double teams and just try to beat that slow defender, Şengün.
Jalen Green, that athleticism. Butler sent him away. But Şengün,
he's always following it up.
Again, Payton one more time. GP2 leading the way with 11.
They're going to get intentional about throwing it ahead now.
Jalen Green, Steph working on him. Shot clock at 9. Sengun skip pass, and GP2 read it perfectly.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Curry to Podziemski, open three. Got it!
Make one extra pass, get Podziemski going.
Interesting game unfolding. Two high-level defensive teams. Rockets have bottled up Curry, and yet the Warriors still have the lead. Dillon Brooks, and he's fouled.